again, we just want to stand. Hands are going to come right in here. You want to feel the soft spot right underneath our ribs. I know that nobody's soft there, so do the best you can. And we're going to take a big inhale through our nose. And we want to start to feel to max capacity, right? So just really expand into the tissues. Think about the thumb. The thumb's going to be back here, right underneath those ribs. And breathe into the thumb. So we want a 360-degree expansion. So I'm going to breathe in. And then exhale. Go ahead and let it fall. Breathe in. Exhale. Go ahead and let it fall. Do about 3 more deep breaths like that.
Yeah.
Grab the timer, P1, set for 10 minutes. Big inhale, good, almost there. And we're just doing one more big inhale. And, okay, so we've done this a lot, and if you're pretty connected to this area right here, our belly, our diaphragm, we should be able to go faster, right? So ideally, we can really get this thing pumping. And this is a great exercise you can do in the morning. I generally do it 99% of my mornings is these fast breaths, and it helps to turn on the nervous system, which kind of rules everything. So we're gonna breathe in through our nose, and we're gonna go. So we're gonna try that. So here's the thing, when we're breathing in, it should be like I don't know what you call those things, but those things that you pump to like old school, get the fire going, you know, that looks like an accordion type of thing. Think of that as being this right here. So when I'm breathing in, it's going, and you should feel the belly kind of going out, in, out, in, out, in, out on the inhale, in on the exhale. So let's try that for like 30 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. One big inhale. Exhale. All right. Easy, medium, or hard? Easy, right? Wow, everyone said easy. Yeah. All right, so I have a timer. We're going to set it for 10 minutes. It's already set. And we're going to do 4 different movements. We're going to go through this as many times as we can for 10 minutes, okay? So the first thing is going to be an Updog and Downdog flow. It's kind of like our sun salutation in yoga, which is a yoga burpee, basically, just to be honest. The next thing is going to be a walkout into a swimmer. We're going to do a side plank rotation, and then we're going to get down into a squat, and we're going to reach above our head. So let me just demonstrate all of these. Up dog to down dog. Big inhale here. Exhale. Pull down. Step back or jump back. As you get more warm, you might get to the jumping. And then I'm still exhaling, going down. I'm going to inhale here. Exhale here. And then inhale as I rise. Okay? That's 5 of those. Everything's 5. Second thing is going to walk out to a swimmer. So I'm going to fold down. I'm going to slowly walk myself out, come down to this position. I'm going to do a swimmer, which is here, up, back to here, and then walk back up to a standing position, and then repeat that 5 times. The next thing is a side plank rotation. So I like to do, lately I've been doing this from my knees, more for the stretch in my upper back, and to get a little bit more range of motion and opening in my shoulders and my upper back. I can easily do a side plank, but I feel like I get more out of it from my knees because I'm trying to open this rotational aspect of my upper body. So here's what that looks like. You can do it from your feet if you want. If you're stiff or tight in that upper back, I recommend doing it from the knees because you'll get more out of it as far as the mobility. So from here, I'm going to come up. There's a straight line from shoulder to knees. My shoulder too, if you look at my shoulder, I'm pushing it away from my ear. So that's how we activate our shoulder and it stays connected and it stabilizes everything. So from here, reach through, really, boom, just like that. 5 per side there. And then the fourth thing is going to be a squat reach. So from the bottom of our squat, we'll be here. Big inhales, exhale. And we're gonna do both sides 5 times for a total of 10. So on those squat reaches, make sure that you could, it's really about the breath. It's not about getting through the 10 reps like 1, 2, 3. It's about how big can I inhale as I come to this position from that bottom of the squat. And your body will start to open up. So it's really about the breath there, okay? All right, so that's pretty straightforward. We're gonna start, just watch me as we go, and we'll get to the next part after this. Any questions, just in case? We good?
How many rounds are we doing?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10, yeah. Yes. It's all right. All right, guys, 10 seconds. It will be go time. So first thing, up dog, down dog, flow. 5 here. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale. Pull down.
Keep going, keep going.
What happened? Come down. Inhale. Good. Up. Exhale. Back. Keep going. Five of these. All right, I'm going into my walkout the swimmer. I got 5 of those, so this is for 5 too. I'm gonna reach down, walk out, come to here, back, high as I can, all the way over the top. Walk myself back to a standing position. And then repeat for 4 more reps. Pull down. Walk out. Boom.
Good, guys. Pull those arms away from your body.
Good. And it's okay to go slow. This is all about really opening up and pulling tissues. If you go through this fast, you're not going to open up the body. You're going to get the heart rate up. But we want to get really open. Woo! All right, side plank rotations. I'm on my side plank rotations, 5 per side. So I'm going from the knee, which looks like this. Reach through. 1. Oh, I feel it. 2. 3. 4. 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alternating reach from the squat. So remember, these are all about the inhale. So when we're in the bottom of the squat, how big can you inhale and reach overhead? So from here, awesome. Halfway, guys. Okay, I want to speed up my tempo a little bit more now. We got probably fit one more round in. So we're going to do the yoga burpees, which is step back, down, up, here, boom. After the yoga burpees, walk out to swimmer. Bodies, bodies. Oh.
You still.
Like say doing that. How do I help this?
Good. Do you want me to film anything?
Huh?
Do you want me to film anything?
It's on you. You're the director.
I might film some of the stuff if we don't. 2 minutes, guys. Almost there.
I'm going on to my side planks. Woo, now I'm starting to get a little warm. Second flat. I'm going into my squat reaches. Big inhale.
"15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest.
Shake it off. Good job. All right. So I only have 4 takes. Oh, I did. I just wrote it. No, that's it. I just wrote it so far down. All right, guys, good job. So today, we have 4 different movements, and we're going to use a timer, okay? And we're going to go 60 seconds of each movement. We're going to rest 30 seconds and then move on. It's going to be for 4 rounds. So there's 4 movements, 4 rounds. And each time we hit a movement, it's going to be for 60 seconds or 1 minute. So I want you to do the best you can. I'm going to demonstrate them, then I will give you a little bit more explanation as we go. So the first thing is going to be a push-up with the chest squeeze. So ideally, when we have our push-ups and we're doing them, see how my elbows are in like this? This is a lot more shoulder and tricep, okay? If we can take our hands and rotate out just a little bit like this, and now we're going to start incorporating our chest a little bit more. And the goal here is when we're doing our push-up is we're going to also squeeze the ground together. So if you want to know what that should feel like, put your hands together like this and squeeze your hands hard, like you're crushing something between the palms of your hands. Okay, so that feeling you're feeling right now, ideally is what we're going to be feeling while we're doing the push-ups. So the push-ups don't, other than that, nothing changes. You can do it from your knees or you can do it from your feet. And 60 seconds is a long time for push-ups. So if you start on your feet, let's just say, and it gets too hard, you can move on to negatives. And if negatives start to feel too hard, you can move on to knee push-ups. If you're already at a knee push-up for 60 seconds, then what you can do is just hold the top of a plank position and squeeze the ground together if you can't maintain doing push-ups for the whole 60 seconds. So nothing changes as far as the push-ups. It's just that little squeeze, the drill I had you do. If I was down here squeezing the ground together, I'm still doing the push-up, but you'll notice my elbows are coming out a little bit, okay? If I was doing a knee push-up, same thing here. Just like that. And again, and the negative push-up is just here, and I'm going down. Then I just roll back to the top and come down. So that is our push-up with a little bit more of a chest emphasis. So the next thing is going to be a frog pulse. So a frog pulse is same positioning with the hands. Actually, we're going to turn the elbows out just even a little bit more, and we're basically doing this. Okay, can you see that from the side? Like that. and we're on all four right here, like this. My elbows are bent, and I'm just doing this. And I'm squeezing the ground together. So that's gonna be a big burn on all this stuff. If that gets too hard, again, you can just rest, or you can just hold the top of the position. If it gets so hard that you can't keep your knees off the ground, go ahead and put your knees on the ground and hold the position. So those are the first two movements. The third movement is something, it's a hybrid of something we've done before, but we've never done it. It's a standing back extension. So back extension, the most important thing here is squeezing your butt. And the reason why we do that, it protects our low back. If your butt turns off, then the low back becomes vulnerable, okay? So let's just say that your glutes, your butt, if you get tired, then just rest, don't force it. So right here, we're gonna start by squeezing, okay? I'm gonna lean back, hands are out, so this is like our back bend, and we're just gonna pulse, like this. So what you're gonna feel, a couple things, is it's definitely working the low back and all the what's called spinal erectors back there. And it's like our Superman or Superwoman that we do lying down. It's just a standing variation. Opening the chest like this and pulsing is gonna open a lot of the tissues back here, and most of us are tight there. And it's also gonna overload our chest muscles as well. So if you do this right, it's just here, boom, we're just flapping. See how fast I'm going? It's gonna look like that, but I'm here in this position, butt's on, and I'm doing that. So that's the third thing. And then the last thing is basically an ab movement. It's called a Supine Tucked Reverse Fly. So watch me. This is once you do it, it's pretty easy. If I'm on the ground, I'm gonna start off by laying on my back. Okay. I'm gonna pull my knees in to my chest as best I can. My hands are here, and then I'm gonna crunch forward up as I pull my elbows down into the ground. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my elbows to go back as far as I can, but I'm trying to avoid the ground with my elbows, if that makes sense. So the lower my elbows go, the higher I'm gonna have to raise my upper body. So it's like a crunch, but it has a little bit of a self-assessment. So if I go here, right, I'm not actually pushing off the ground with my elbows. All I'm doing is I'm having to lift my upper back higher off the ground in order for my elbows to not touch the ground. And I hope that makes sense. So I'll demonstrate again. I'm here, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. So my elbows are making contact with the ground very, very, very lightly. Like I'm talking like I can feel my elbow hairs touching the ground. That's a great visual. But it's not. I'm not pushing the ground away with my elbows. What's allowing me to raise my upper body is my upper abs. So you should feel your abs on fire with those. That is it, my friends. Giggity. Any questions? I will be happy to answer any questions at this time. No? Nada? Set the timer.
Yeah.
4 times 4.
16. Ready?
You already said it?
Yeah, I said everything.
Oh, shit. All right, y'all. If there are no questions at this time, let's do this. So the first thing is a push-up with the chest squeeze. Ready? On your mark. Find the ground. Press go.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go! Squeeze the ground together. Squeeze. I'm doing my knee variation because I'm going to work out again later.
Good, guys. Good. See if you can bring your chest a little bit lower if you can. There we go.
And also squeeze the ground with your fingertips. Like imagine you're trying to squeeze something really tight with your fingers too. That's going to activate a little bit more muscle throughout your upper body.
Good. 20 seconds. Keep it going.
And again, it's not always about how many reps you get. It's about how hard can you squeeze the ground together. Look at it that way. If you get 5 reps, that's fine, as long as you're squeezing the hell out of that ground. I turned it down. Rest.
Oh, is it too high?
Yeah, go check it. All right, guys, now we're going into our frog pulse. So, elbows are out here. I'm squeezing the ground together still, and it's kind of like our frog stretch, right? So knees are wide. We're here like this. Can you see me? Like this, and we're gonna go down. Boom. And I'm trying to squeeze the ground together. Use the elasticity. Go! Right here, 60 seconds. Feet are kind of wide. Find your breath so it's... Woo! Let's get hard.
Yeah. So 12 more seconds, guys. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Next thing is going to be the standing back extension pulse. So go ahead and come into a standing position. So arms are going to be extended out to your side. You're going to squeeze your butt and then lean back, and we're just going to pulse, okay? Ready, and go. And really try to get as much extension as you can. Good, keep it going. You want to feel the front of your body kind of open up. You'll feel some stretches in your chest or your pecs. Don't bend the elbows. Elbows are locked.
Squeeze your butt.
Squeeze your butt and lean back. See if you can lean back a little further with as time goes on.
You don't have to open up your head like this. You can look down. So it's not, if it strains your neck, look down.
Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Wow, that really opens up the front of the body. Okay, we're going to be on our back now. We're going to do that tucked with the reverse fly, right? So down here, we're going to pull our knees into our chest. We got 15 seconds, so just rest. But just to review, I'm going to pull my elbows towards the ground, but I don't really want them to push into the ground. And I'm going to avoid that by lifting my upper back as high off the ground as possible. So it's like a crunch. Nice and slow. Don't go too fast. Really tap into the awareness of what's working and what's not working. And of course, if you feel your neck in a bad way, you can put your hands behind your head and just slowly crunch up like this.
Good. Good, guys. Really crunch forward.
It's about slow reps where you really are tapping into that upper abs. Don't try to rep these out and get 100 reps. It would be better to get 5 reps slowly, and you can really feel those abs working. So it's about quality over quantity. Right, Sarah?
Yes. Some of you guys are tight, huh? You want to get your head as far off the ground and close to your knees as possible.
You get really high, you can feel your low abs too.
Rest.
Like I'm thinking, if you're doing a good job and of course this depends on how flexible your spine is, but you can get all your ribs off the ground. Okay guys, we're going back to push-ups with the squeeze, the push-up squeeze. Squeeze it together, nice, good. Pick the progression that works for you. We're starting in 8 seconds. Ready? Never breathe, breathe. Squeeze the ground together, go down. And then come up. How hard can you squeeze the ground together? Really dig those fingertips into the floor. Squeeze the floor with your fingers, squeeze the ground together. Get as active as you possibly can. It's a constant flex. We're flexing on the ground. That's what we do here. We're flexecuting. Right, Sarah?
Yes.
You should see Sarah. She likes to flex in front of the mirror.
Wow.
Every morning. And then she takes selfies. And she posts them.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I do that. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Squeeze your butt.
3, 2, 1, and rest.
All right.
Shake it out, shake it out.
Whoop, whoop. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Like this. Next thing is our frog pulse. Right? So we're gonna, it's almost like a dance, but we're on all fours. Raise the roof, y'all. Raise the roof. But we're, Yes, Nolly. I see that. Go! So you don't have to move very much. I'm moving like maybe a ½ inch up and down. It's not a big range of motion. I'm just pulsing. So it's a small range of motion, maybe an inch at the most, up and down, but I am squeezing the ground together. I am digging my fingers into the ground, up, down, up, down. Abs are on, of course. There you go. 20 more seconds.
Okay. Jesse's having too much fun.
All right, guys, 5 seconds.
Someone just joined and is laughing.
Okay, back extensions. So remember, it's all about the glutes. Protect that low back. So when I come back here, squeeze my butt, and we're just gonna pulse. We got 10 seconds though, don't go yet. And again, if you get tired, you can just hold the position and get the nice stretch that's available there. Ready, go! Right here. I like to look down so it's not so stressful on my neck. So my chin is almost connected to my upper chest, and I'm just leaning back. Big inhales. How big can you breathe in this position? Practice that. So how big can you breathe in this position to let your body know it's a safe position? If you're like taking small little breaths, you're telling your body this isn't safe. So if we can get a big, safe inhale, our nervous system will go, okay, this is cool. That's what we want to do, okay? So big inhales. Rest. Nice job, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna go back down to the ground. We're doing those crunches, those weird crunches with pulling back with our arms, pulling these into the chest. We're gonna start in 15 seconds. So just to review, I'm on my back. Don't cross your legs. Try to keep them together. And then we're gonna, ready and go. So remember, quality over quantity, right? We're trying not to do too many. What we're trying to do is go slow and really try to fight for that last millimeter at the top where the abs are really turning on. And pulling those elbows back.
Good, guys.
Good.
So I see some of you, when your chest is rising, your elbows are coming down, not the other way. There you, good, there you go.
Good, guys.
Pretend like you're doing like a pull-up from the ground. That helps with the visual.
Like rowing.
Yeah, like rowing.
Nice and slow. You see me, I'm not going fast at all. And this is getting me. Oh.
Best.
Oh, my goodness. Halfway. All right. Good job, everybody. You can stay on the ground because we're doing push-ups next.
You have a TV for something.
I do.
Video.
All right, guys. We're going to do some push-ups. 3, 2, 1, go! So again, squeeze the ground together. You want to be able to breathe. You shouldn't be holding your breath.
This is the last round, right?
Nope. It's 4. 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Use the friction of the ground to create more squeeze. Bam. Almost there. We got about 15 seconds left. Quality over quantity, guys. QQ. Rest. All right. We're going into our frog pulse. So that's this, right? And again, we're not moving very much. It's like a string vibrating, so it's not moving a whole lot. Just going up and down rapidly. If you move too big a range of motion, it's definitely gonna get you smoked. 3, 2, 1, go! Go, 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 go! So, right here, abs on. Think about how much abs can you make this, right? If you have to keep your knees on the ground, that's perfectly fine. Squeeze the ground together, go up and down, up and down, up and down. Isometric, ready? Almost there, guys. 10 more seconds. And rest. All right. Everyone to a standing position. We're going to do our back extension with the pulse. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but my upper body is getting pretty smoked. Okay, so 15 seconds, just to review. Squeeze your butt and look down. I don't know if you guys caught that last time. You don't have to go here into full what's called extension of the neck. You can look down, and you can also play with the stance. If you want to go a little wider with your feet, you might feel a little bit more opening in front of those hips. I feel a lot of opening in the front of my hips and in my abs. Here and boom. Squeeze squeeze the butt. And remember, you should be able to breathe. You should be able to take a big breath in this position. Rest. Woo! All right, on the ground now, guys. On the ground, on our backs. We're going to do our abs. Abs. So, yeah, it's better to get less reps and to get more height with the top of that crunch than anything, okay? You should feel like these abs are on fire. Max range of motion here. Go slow. Really tap into what's going on under those ribs. And go, guys, go, go, go. So you're gonna push, yeah, get it. And as you get higher in the movement, meaning at the top of the crunch, slow down. At the top of the crunch, slow down. So that way, you can really get a little bit more activation. If you get to the top and you're moving fast, you're just moving using momentum. We want to control it. Nice and slow. Think about like a hydraulic lift or something. So at the top, go slow. Really flex, flex, flex. Good, guys. So we're just back on the ground, right? Here. One. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, we got one more round. Good job. Back to push-ups after this. Then we're going to move on to something even more fun. It could be like dessert at the circus. Ready, guys? Push-ups. 3, 2, 1, go! Squeeze the ground together. Good. Big inhale. Squeeze your butt. Control it as best you can. And then squeeze the ground together. Squeeze the ground together. Good. If you feel like you're getting losing a little bit of power, rest. Shake it off. Doing so good. Almost there. 30 seconds. Halfway there. Go, 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 go. Good. Keep squeezing that ground together. Ideally, your upper body, that chest area, is probably shaking at this point. Oh, yeah. Rest. Okay, we're going into our frog pulse. Frog pulse. So, I find that if you get your feet nice and wide, your stance, it's going to feel a little bit better. So you have a better base of support, better foundation. Squeeze the ground together. And again, we're not moving very much, right? So we're here. And boom. Just like that. 3, 2, 1, go! Go, 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 go! Abs. Think about abs. Try not to hold your breath. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing. Lots of abs here. Woo. Hard. extension, standing back extension. Play with the stance here, guys. Maybe go a little wider, more narrow. Change it up a little bit. And again, in these back extensions, you should be able to take a big inhale and a big exhale. If you can't take big inhales and big exhales, maybe you should you should reassess how you're standing or how you're leaning back. Okay? Ready? Go. Squeeze the butt. Breath test. Big breath, big breath. Rest. Wow, that burns. All right, guys, on our backs one more time, and then we're going to move on to the last part. So we're doing that crunch. Just to review, as you get higher in the crunch, try to go a little slower so that you can really tap into those upper abs, probably the mid abs too. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! Rest. All right, good job. That part is done. All right, how's everyone doing? The next part, I'm gonna explain. Yeah, remember the fawns? Anybody? Hey, so we're gonna go 8 minutes. This last part's 8 minutes. It's 3 different things, okay? So the way that we're gonna do this is the timer. Again, we're gonna use a timer. We're gonna go for 90 seconds, and we're gonna cycle through 3 different movements for 90 seconds. So basically as many rounds of those 3 movements in 90 seconds as you can get. Then we'll rest for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna repeat that for 4 rounds. So 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest times 4, and there's only 3 movements. So do the best you can. This is definitely gonna get your heart rate up if that last part did not. First thing is skipping with high knees, and we're only doing 10. So that's 5 per leg, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like this. I'll show you from the side angle view. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, just like that. How high can you get that knee? A good measure would be ideally the knees going higher than your belly button. So wherever your belly button is, try to get your knee higher than that. If skipping does not feel good on your knees, you can just do a march, right? Boom, 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 like that. That's perfectly fine too. So that's the first movement, 10 reps. Everything's 10. The second is we're going to be in a plank position, and we're going to be on our elbows, okay? I'm going to show you from a standing position first so you can just see it better. When I'm in my plank, I'm going to be here. I'm going to take one knee, and I'm going to try to bring it up to my elbow, and then come back. Then the other knee, and back. So basically like that, but from a plank. And that is 10 total, 5 per side. So from the ground, here's what it looks like. From here, want to keep our butt. We don't want our butt to do this. Try not to let that happen. And we're going to go 1 and 2, all the way to 10. If that's too hard, what we can do is one regression would be from our hands here and doing this. That's a lot easier. So if you need to come from the hands, go ahead and do that. If you can come from the elbows, it's definitely more difficult. Try that. So the hands is easier, okay? Everyone got that? And again, that's 10. If you feel your low back, that might mean that you're not turning your abs on or you're letting your hips sag. So sagging looks like this. Right here. See how my hips are lower than my shoulders? So that's going to definitely affect your low back. We need to be here, and if we're in this position, we need to be here. This is sagging. So that's why you feel your low back. If you start to feel that way, rest if that's the case. The last movement is a lateral gorilla. So that basically starts off in a squat here, okay? So when I cross over to my right, my left arm moves first. Boom, plant, and to this position. Go back to this position. If that's hard for you, all you need to do is come down here. Hands can be here to support yourself a little bit more, and you can just go 1, 2. So you can stay in that lower squat looking position and just step left to right for a total of 10 if that lateral gorilla is a little too hard for you. What?
You only have 5 minutes.
All right, ready guys?
4 minutes. It's 8:56.
So it's 8:56. So we have 4 minutes. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 4 minutes worth. You ready?
Go.
Go. So the first thing is 10 skip with high knees, right? After 10, elbow plank. Knee to elbow, 10 of these. After that, lateral monkey or lateral gorilla. After 10 of those, we go back to the skipping. Then we're going back to our elbow, knee to elbow. Lateral gorilla. Back to our skipping. Knee to elbow. Is that 90 seconds yet?
Yeah, that's 90 seconds. Oh, rest.
Rest. Sorry, guys.
Rest.
My timer.
Got messed up. I'll keep the time.
Rest, rest, rest. Okay, ready? Second round. 3, 2, 1, go. Skipping. 10 rounds. Put a timer, like an alarm.
I got it.
Plank. Monkey. Skip.
This is probably gonna be it.
Huh?
It's 9 o'clock. You got 30 more seconds.
Monkey. Gorilla.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, guys.
Three, 2, 1, and done.
Rest. Woo! All right, it's 9 o'clock. So, good job, everybody. If you guys want to do a couple more rounds on your own, I applaud you. Or if you want to lay on your back and do some deep breathing, that's even better. Right in through the nose, out through our mouth. Exhales are always faster, slower than the inhales. Great, great job. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
That was awesome, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Gustav. Bye, Peter. Bye, Rose.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, guys.
Bye.